all set?
Yes.
Okay, it's 7:10 p.m., August 18th, 2020. This is a Zoom meeting. Time to call the City of Torrington Inland Wetlands Commission meeting to order. Serving on the commission this evening are members William Storti, Thomas Kozlowski, myself, Jay Bate, and Jane Baker. And I don't know, Christine, since she can't talk, I guess include her until that gets cleared up. And also is Jeremy Leifert, Inland Wetlands Enforcement Officer. Next is minutes for approval for the 7/21/20 meeting.
I move we accept the minutes of the July 21st meeting on Zoom as presented.
Second.
All in favor? And I have to call them. Jane?
Yes.
Bill?
Aye.
Tom?
Abstain.
I say aye, so motion carries. You want to vote on some new business?
So I'm, I just want to, I guess, request that we just add one item later in the agenda to new business. It's for the, and some folks on this commission may have seen this the first time, but it's for Slaby Village, for a reapproval of the Slaby Village application, Corey Terrace and East Main Street. Just requesting that I have some material. I guess I can share my screen to show you, but just to add that to new business.
Okay, do we need a motion for that?
To add it to the agenda, yes.
Yeah. Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to add it to the agenda. Slaby Village, Corey Terrace.
Okay, all in favor? Jane?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Tom?
I
Myself say yes. So motion carries, so I might as well do that next.
Okay. So I'll just share, let me see, make sure I can find it here. Wait, hang on one sec. All right, so here's the application that it just came in today, if everybody can see that. I honestly, I haven't even had time, because it came in kind of mid-afternoon. I haven't even had time to review the old application, but the previous approval for Slaby Village has expired. So it's been more than 5 years since it was initially approved. So let me, I'll just show you at least the first, I guess, couple of pages here of the drawings. So you can see the where East Main Street is there, and the entrance off Corey Terrace. I'm not gonna dive in too deep, because we don't have the engineer or the applicant here tonight, but we have a full set of plans here. We have a report from Connecticut Ecosystems that I can distribute when, probably by the end of this week, for everybody to look at, assuming we get back online at City Hall. But we do have a fairly, from what I can tell, a pretty complete application packet here. And I guess we can let everybody look at it and go over the details. I guess we're going to have to next meeting, since we have no one to present tonight.
So what do we do at this point, Jeremy?
We just accept the application, so we can start we basically start our clock so we can take our time to review it and make a decision if we have the information that we need, possibly a decision next meeting. But we have 65 days from tonight to make a decision. So
Okay.
Were there changes made to this?
I think it's this, as far as I know from what I heard from the applicant, this is the same exact application that was
Okay.
already previously approved.
You mean from 5 years ago?
Yeah, it was, or over 5 years ago, whenever it was last approved. Like I said, I haven't had time to look at the
Okay.
old file. So
So I guess we just needed a motion to accept.
yep, that's it. And I will, I'll submit it to the city engineer to get another crack at it also between now and the next meeting.
Okay, can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept Sleepy Village, Corey Terrace. I don't have a map block lot number yet.
Oh, second.
Okay, all in favor? Jane?
Yes, in favor.
Bill?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Myself, yes. The motion carries.
Did Jane second that one?
Yes.
Okay, now it's old business. Applicant Haynes Aggregates, Torrington LLC. Location 3217 Winston Road. Activity operation of quarry within upland regulated area and discharge of stormwater operations.
Just for the record, we have Christine too.
Okay,
Christine is here.
I made it. I had to reinstall Zoom.
Okay, so Ken's up, right?
Good evening, folks. For the record, Kenneth Ricco, professional engineer and licensed land surveyor. We met at the last meeting and I explained to the commission that we are here for actually a new permit for the Haynes Quarry. They've had their 14 years of operating the quarry and the permit has finally expired. They're still operating under the same proposed grading plan and same constraints as the original permit that was granted to Holly Blinkoff back in 1999. And nothing's really changed on the plans. At the last meeting, Jeremy did ask that we slightly modify the depiction of a wetland area within the quarry because they've actually gotten to the point where they're starting to mine the area of a small wetland pocket that is going to be actually obliterated by the quarrying operations. That wetland pocket was just a small circle of hillside wetlands, and the quarrying operations are about half through that small circle of wetlands now. So we've adjusted the plans to show that accordingly and adjusted the setbacks on that.
Do you have that sheet you can bring up, Ken?
I do. I'll share my screen. If I can find it. Aha. Nope, that's not it. Here's the overall site plan is in front of you, and pretty much in dead center of the site there is a dark blue object. I'm circling now, and I can zoom into that a little bit. Pan over, and you can see their current excavation areas delineated by the dark striped line, and right in the area of my cursor, if everybody can see that, is that little blue area of the wetland that they've started to work their way into. I'll back out just a little bit to show you that their current work area is expanding to the south over where it says parcel A, and the very dark line delimits the limit of the quarrying operations. So as they move southward and head towards that darker line, they will eventually eat up that small wetland pocket and work their way to the north where there's some intermittent water courses. And the approved plan also has a call for the diversion of those around the backside of the quarrying area. There's nothing on the downhill side. Haynes owns the property on the downhill side, which is to the east, which used to be the Torrington Drive-In. Delineated by the notation of the screen, which is actually still there, the framework for the screen, and then there was the parking area of the drive-in theater.
So yeah, we had Ken update that wetland pocket just to make sure we showed current conditions instead of, the previous conditions.
How close is the quarry operation coming to that stream?
The quarrying operation there are two intermittent water courses that start on the O&G property to the west. And as you can follow the dark blue lines, those two intermittent streams do flow through the quarrying operation. So on the far south side in the light blue, we've designed a swale to bypass. And as the intermittent water course from the upper area gets there, the swale will be extended to that intermittent water course so that they both do rejoin and flow back to the exact same location that they outlet now. So they'll just be diverted around the uphill side of the quarry.
Jeremy, you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, well, I had I had a memo that I was intending on sending out, but I couldn't send it out today. No, I don't have any objections. This is basically a previous approval with the exception of that change, that little wetland pocket, which is eventually going to be removed for lack of a better term, eventually anyway.
Has
And
city
just to
engineer
add,
looked at this?
the grading lines and the limit of the quarry have not been altered since the original approval in 1999.
I had him look at it. He said there's no change to their opinion from the previous approval.
Okay,
I should have had him email me about that, but he did tell me, himself.
okay, can I have a motion?
I move that we grant the application for Haynes Aggregates Torrington LLC, 3217 Winston Road, operation of quarry within upland regulated area, discharge of stormwater from operations.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, I have a motion and second. All in favor? Jane,
Yes, in favor.
Christine,
Aye.
Bill,
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Thank you all very much.
Thanks.
You can.
Good night, folks.
Good night.
Good night. Okay, next applicant, Colby Engineering and Consulting LLC. Location 2904 Winston Road. Activity extend pipe between adjacent properties within regulated area.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Hold on, I can share this one for you, Bill.
Thank you.
Give me one sec.
Yep. All set?
Yep. Can you see it?
Yep, got it.
All right.
Again, good evening. At the last meeting, we presented this plan, which is to put a culvert pipe in to connect two properties. At that meeting, everyone agreed it would be a good idea to have a site visit, and we did that. thank you everyone for doing that. As a result of the site visit, I've added two things to the plan. That is the square footage of wetlands that are to be filled, which is approximately 1,500 square feet. And then I've also added an area where we create wetlands to offset that filling. And as shown on the plan, that's approximately 800 square feet. So, based on the conversations we had in the field, I think this is what the commission was requesting, and I'd be happy to answer any questions if you have them.
Yeah, so the other, the field, the discussions were, some of the, this is basically all the room I think you had to be able to offset in this area. And then for a future application, we may see if we can get a little bit of a conservation easement, maybe right along the river, like a thin strip or something, since we're trying to move back some of the processing operation from the river, but that would be it would be hopefully a future application.
Yeah, that's correct, Jeremy. And Mr. Vergale is looking to buy this property, which moves him further away from that area and gives him more opportunity to do such a thing. So, it moves the operations to a better area away from that floodplain.
I just wanted to make sure we had that part on the record.
Yep, agreed.
I personally, and it's the same thing, I had a write-up for this, but I had no objections, so long as at least we have that discussion on the easement on the side of the Still River once we get to that point.
Yeah. Engineering look at this also?
Yep, he had no objections.
Okay.
Jeremy, you'll oversee like the wetland mitigation there?
Yeah. I mean, I usually do when these projects are going on, depending on how busy it is, I'm out there about every 3 to 6 weeks, depending on how busy things go anyway, so I can monitor the project. If it's less busy, I can get out there about every 3 to 4 weeks. If it's busier, then, at least every month to month and a half. So we won't, I won't close, like if we were to grant approval, I wouldn't close this until all this was built, all this was finished.
Seems okay to me.
Okay. Discussion?
Seems fine to me.
Okay. All right, can I have a motion?
Sure. I move that we grant the permit for Colby Engineering and Consulting LLC, 2904 Winston Road, to extend culvert pipe between adjacent properties within the regulated area.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion and second. All in favor, Jane,
Aye.
Christine,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Tom?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
Thank you all very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, no other new business. And the staff report.
I just have one agent permit from between last meeting and this meeting, and it was at 170 Old Farms inside. It's one of the units inside Lake Ridge. There was they're building a new deck, and there was a little bit of a wetland that kind of stretched around the side of there. They're one of the end units on one of the buildings, and there were wetlands on the side of the building. So there was no direct wetland impacts, but they were probably about 20 to 25 feet up into the upland review area. So I approved that as an agent permit. And that is all I had between last month and this month. I got a couple more, but they'll be on next month's agenda.
Can we get rid of that plan on our screen?
Oh, sorry. Yep. There we go.
Okay, I guess all that's left is adjournment. Can I have a motion?
Can I ask a question first? Can we use that Zoom link that we had last month for future meetings? Because
Yeah, it should, because our number and our password never change. So if I happen to not be able to send them out like today, they should work from month to month.
Okay, thanks.
Our email was down today, so I couldn't send anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Problems at City Hall.
Then I move we adjourn.
Second.
For Jane,
Yeah, aye.
Christine,
Aye.
Bill, Tom.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
See you in a month.
See you in a month.